A and B started a business with investment 18,000 and 33,000. The profit earned after 1 year, after an year, is 1750. What will be B's share? Right. So we need to calculate profit sharing ratio. 18,000 and then 32,000. Ratio 9:16. Total how many parts we have? 25. 25 parts is 1750, and you're asked about B share. 16 parts is how much? 25, how many times 175? 7 times and then 0. 7 times of 16, 70 and then 42. 1, 1, 2 and then 0. Next. Which of the following is the largest out of 7 by 11, 7 by 9, 11 by 12 and then 13 by 15, 15 by 22. Right, compared with the denominator, we'll go for comparison. 13 out of 22, first one. 7 out of 11. 7 out of 11 is near about 50% only. More than 50, or you can say 60, hardly. Because 50% of 11 is 5.5. We have 11 here. Will be more than that, maybe 60%, near about. 50% of this 4.5, but here we have 7. 4.5 and then 7, we have huge difference. Probably this would be near about 70%. 7 9 times 6.3, 8 9 times 7.2. So near about 80%. What is 80% of denominator? 12, but we have less than that. 80% of denominator 12 we said. This is more than 12. This is more than 12. And 7 by 9 is less than 80%. 80% of denominator can never be near by 15. Yes or no? 70% itself is 15.4. 70%, 10% is 2.2. 2.2 7 times, 7 2 is 14. 0.2 7 times 1.4. 14 plus 1.4, 15.4, which is less than that. So out of this 5, there is only one option which is more than 80%. That is 13 by 15. Next, 43. The total cost of 30 tables and then 54 glasses is 3,360. What will be the total cost of 5 bottles and then 9 glasses? 5 bottles and then 9 glasses. So this is proportionate, equal proportionate decrease we have. 30 becomes 5 now, divided by 6. 54 divided by 6, 9. Answer should be 3,360 divided by 6. How much is that? 560. Next. The sum of percentages of Sita and Rita is 105 years. After 7 years, the ratio of their ages at that time will be 7:10 respectively. What is Rita's percentage? You asked us about Rita's percentage. Now, forget about some of their ages. You are given ratio. Ratio between Sita's age and then Rita's age, and which is equal to 7:10. When it will be 7:10? After 7 years. You are asked about Rita age. According to the ratio, Rita age should be equal to 10 parts. Should be a multiple of 10. When it will be a 10 multiple? After 7 years. After 7 years, if it should be a multiple of 10, then present age of Rita should end with 3. Then only when you add 7, it becomes a 10 multiple. Yes or no? So Rita's percentage should end with 3. There is only one option, 63. Got it? Next. 45. 45. The difference between length and breadth of a rectangular plot is 8 meters. If the perimeter of the plot is 148, what is its area? You're asked about area. Now, you are given difference between length and breadth. So, L minus B is given 8 and perimeter is 148. 2 into L plus B is 148. L plus B is 148. 148 divided by 2, which is 74. When you take average of these values, you'll get length. Average of these two, you'll get L. Average of 8 and then 74. 82 by 2, which is 41. If length is 41 and length minus breadth is 8, from this you can say breadth is 33. You're asked about area. Length into breadth. Let's go for last digit verification. Here it is 1 and here it is 3. 1 into 3, 3. So area should end with 3 and there is only one option. 1353. (46) If the compound interest and a certain sum of money for 2 years at 10% per annum is 315, what is the principal amount? At the rate of 2 years, at the rate of 10% per annum, in 2 years there will be an interest of 21%, and which in terms of rupees is equal to 315. And what is your question? You are asked about find out the principal. Principal is 100%. 100% is equal to how much? Right. 21 10 times 210. 21 10 times is 210. Half of 210 is 105. When you add this, you will get 315. This is 10 times and this is 5 times. When you add these two, that will be 15 times. 15 times of 100, 1500. Next. (47) In an examination, 2,415 candidates appeared, of which 1449 passed. What is the percentage of students who passed the exam? You are asked about pass percentage. Pass percentage. Right. How many passed here? 1449 out of 2,415. So 1449 divided by 2415 into 100. Just look at your options. Options 70, 50, 60, 65, 55. Now look at here. What is 50% of denominator? Just go for approximate value. 1200. Approximate. 50% of this is 1200. But here we have 1449. Which is near about 250 more. 250 more. 10% of this is 241 something, which is approximate to that. Answer should be either 60 or a number close to 60. 50% of denominator is 1207.5. 10% of denominator is 241.5. When you add everything, you'll get 14. 7 and a half, 1 and a half, 9. 40 plus 9, 49. 1449. Yes. Answer 60%. Next. Simple interest and certain sum of money for 3 years at 8% per annum is 5,952. What would be the simple interest on the same sum of money for 5 years at 11% per annum? Right, at the rate of 11% per annum. So what is given here? Simple interest for how many years? 3 years. At the rate of 8% per annum, there will be 24% interest, which is equal to 59, 52. And you're asked about 55% is equal to how much? At the rate of 11% per annum, in 5 years you'll get 55%. Right? Now, answer should be 11 multiple. Is your first option 11 multiple? 14,180, 11 multiple. Sum of alternate numbers difference should be equal to either 11 multiple or 0. Is it 11 multiple? No. Is your second option multiple of 11? No. Alternate sum 1, 8, 0, that is 9. And the other alternate is 10. Difference is not 0 or 11 multiple. Next, third option, is it 11 multiple? No. Fourth option, is it 11 multiple? Yes. Sum of alternate numbers 160, which is 7. Other alternate is 7. Difference is 0. This is your answer. 13,720, is it 11 multiple? No. So there is only one 11 multiple. 13,640 is our answer. Otherwise you have to solve it using this method. If you have more than one 11 multiple, you have to go for process. Next, 49. ₹2,025 were divided among 3 persons, so that Princey received twice as much as Suchita and Charu received 75% of what Princey received. How much money did Princey receive? Now we have 3 persons here: Princey, Suchita and then Charu. Princey received twice the amount received by Charu. So if Charu receives, Suchita receives 100%, Princey receives 200%. And Charu receives 75% of what Princey receives. 75% of 200 is 150. And the total money received by 3 persons together is 450%. 450% is equal to 2025. You're asked about how much is amount received by Charu. 150% is equal to how much? Now, this is 9 times, how many 50s are there? 9. How many 50s are there? 3. So this is divided by 3. Yes or no? Divided by 3. 6. 6 times 18, you have 22. 7 times, how many options are there? అయిపోయింది. We are done with our answer. Need not to continue because there is only one number which starts with 600. Next, 50. If the perimeters of circles A and B are 66 and then 110 meters, what is the sum of their diameters? Perimeter 2 pi r. And you're asked about sum of their diameters. You can say 2 pi r or pi d. 2 pi r, pi d. So if the perimeters of circles are pi d1 and pi d2, sum of perimeters of 2 circles is 66 plus 110, which is 176. And your question is about sum of their diameters, d1 plus d2. So divided by 176 divided by pi, pi in the sense 22 by 7. Is it 11 multiple? Is this 11 multiple? Is this 11 multiple? Both are even numbers. So you can cancel 176 with definitely with 22. Your answer should be a multiple of 7. Your answer should be a multiple of 7, yes or no? Because you cannot cancel 7 here. Is this 7 multiple? 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 There is only one 7 multiple, that final answer. Next, fraction becomes 8 by 9 when 1 is added to both numerator and denominator, and it becomes 7 by 8 when 1 is subtracted from both the numerator and denominator. What is the fraction? Yes, verify it from options. When you add 1 to numerator and denominator, it becomes 16 by 18, which is 8 by 9. Yes or no? Right. And it will not satisfy for other conditions, other numbers. At the same time, when you subtract 1 from numerator and denominator, again it becomes 14 by 16, which is 7 by 8. Next. A 21 meters long wire has to be divided into 56 pieces of equal length. What will be the length of each piece? 21 meters. Convert meters to centimeters, that becomes 2100. And which is to be converted into 56 pieces. So divided by 56. And you are asked about length of each piece. This is the length of each piece. Yeah, 7, 300 times, 8 times. What is 100 by 8? 12 and a half. 12 and a half. Can you treat this number as 100 by 8 into 3? 100 by 8 is 12 and a half. 12 and a half 3 times is 37 and a half. Next. (53). The area of square is 9 by 154 times the square of area of the circle whose diameter is 42. How long is each side of the square? Now, the diameter of the circle is 42. What about radius? 21. Can you tell me area of the circle now? Pi r square. This is circle area, and area of the square is 9 by 154 times of, in the sense 9 by 154 times of this number. Yes or no? 7 gets cancelled with 21. Yes or no? 22 is even number and then 11 multiple. This is 11 multiple and even number, so you can even cancel 22 and then 154. You cannot cancel 9 here. Yes or no? So your square area is a multiple of 9. So your side of the square should be a multiple of 3. Is it 3 multiple? Is it 3 multiple? Is it 3 multiple? This is 3 multiple and this is not a 3 multiple. Only 3 multiple is fourth option. That's final. Or else you have to go for calculation part. Do entire process, then you will get 9. If an article is purchased for 1090 and sold for 817.50, what will be the loss percentage? And you are asked about loss percentage. What is loss here? Difference between 1090 and 817.50. Instead of this, you subtract 820 and then add 2.5. Subtract 8 to 20. This is subtract 820, 270, 270, add 2.5, 272 and half. This is loss. Yes? And cost price is 1090. 272 and a half loss from 1090. Percentage, right? So into 100. Wait. What is 10% of denominator? Which is 9 more than 100? Approximately 100 and more than that. How many hundreds are here? If your number is 200 and a number just above to 200, you can go for answer as to 20%. 109, you can write this number as 100 plus 9. If I have a number which is more than 200 and very close to that, then you can give your answer as 20%. If you have a number more than 300 and close to that, see this is near about 9%, right? I'll treat as 10%. 10% of this is 20, 10% of this is 30. Approximately if your number is near about 220, 20%, 330, 30%. But this is less than 300. Answer is less than 30%, right? More than 20%. Far more than 20%. Look at your options. This can never be your answer. This is not even very close to 300. Numerator is not even close to 300. 29 can never be your answer. No. Maybe this can be your answer. 25 and then 22. 22 cannot be your answer. You need to verify 25. Now, 20% of denominator is 218. 30% of denominator is 327. In between these two, you have a difference of almost 110. Half of that is 55. When you add 55 to this number, this will be near about 270. If your number is near about 270, then go for 25% as your answer. Our number is 272.5, which is near about that. Answer is 25%. Can you treat this 1090 as 1000 plus 90? 50% of 1000? 25% of 1000? 250, right? Yes or no? 90. We have 90 more. 50% of 90? 25% of 90? 20. 2 and a half. 90 lo a half, 45. 45 lo a half, 22 and a half. Earlier we have 250 and now 22 and a half. Total 272 and a half. Yes. Next. The average marks in Hindi obtained by 25 students of a school A are 45. If female students score a total of 720 marks in Hindi, what are the total marks secured by male students? What is your question? Marks obtained by total male students. So how many students are there? 25, and what is their average? 45. Total marks obtained by all the students is 25 into 45. Don't calculate, let it be like that. From this, if you can subtract total marks obtained by female, then you will get your answer. How much is that? 720. So you need to subtract 720. You know that this is 45 multiple. 45 two times? How many 90s are there? 8. So you can write this number as 90 into 8, 90 into 8, and write this number 90 as 45 into 2, 2 into 8, 16. This is 45 multiple, this is also 45 multiple. 25 times and then this is 16 times. Difference is 9 times. 45 9 times, which is 450 minus 45, 405. Next 56. 15 cube, 15 square into 15, 15 square, how much is 15 square? 225 into 15 times, 10 times and then half. 10 times of this 0, half of this 1, 25 and a half. Answer 3375.5. Next, 65% of this number. Are these approximations or exact? 0.5 రాదా రైట్ అంతే 65% of 458. How will you get 65%? 50%, 10% and then 5%. Out of 458, you are asked about 65%, 50%, 10% and then 5%. Let's add everything. Then you will get 65%. Right. 50%, 229. 10%, 45.8. 5% is half of 10%, which is 22.9. So your answer should end with 0.7. How many are there? Only one. That's fine. $58. Under root 7396. If you verify last digit, square ends with 6, ends with 6, square ends with 4, ends with 6. Okay. But you are asked about under root value. Near about first number is 70, number in tens places, 70. What is 70 square? 4900. 80 square? 90 square? 8100. We have 7396. If it is near about 80 square, 6400. And if it is 90 square, 8100. Our number 7396 is in between these two. Hence answer is in between 80 and then 90. How many options are there? 2 options are. Answer can be 86 or 84. Now let's go for 85 square. Square ends with 5. 5 square ends with 25. 8 9 times 72. What is our number? 7396, which is more than 7225. Hence answer is more than 85 and less than 90. Only one option. Next. Let me multiply 18 and then 6. 18 and then 6. 10 6 times 60. 8 6 times 48. 60 48. 108 12 times. 108 10 times is 1080. 108 2 times is 216. And then we need to subtract 59. Sum of this number is 1296. From this, if you can subtract 59. Instead of 59, you subtract 60 and then add 1. Answer should end with 7. All are ending with 7. Subtract 60. 1236. Plus 1. 1237. Next, 14 into 36 divided by 24 plus 16. 12 3 times, 12 2 times, 2 7 times, 7 3 is 21. 21 plus 16, 37. Next, 61. So multiplication of 3 numbers, right? 4 cube ends with 4. Your answer should end with 4. How many options are there? 2 options. Third option or fifth option? Multiplication of 24, 14 and then 4 can never be 84, right? Answer is fifth option. Next. 40% of 780. 52% of how much? Forget about zeros in left hand side. Forget about 2 zeros. 78 4 times. 78 4 times. Wait. Verify last digit. Verify last digit. 8 4 times. 32. 2. Right hand side also 52% of some number we have. And there also last digit should be equal to 2. Only chance is when you multiply 52 with a number which ends with either 1 or which ends with 6. Only ends with 2. How many options are there? Either this one or fourth option. First option or fourth option. Yes or no? In left hand side how many zeros we have? Right hand side also you should get 2 zeros. You don't have 0 here. Answer should be this one. Yes? Right, next. What is last digit for negative numbers? 8. When you subtract 8 from a number which ends with 8, last digit should be 0. Only one. Next. 1672 divided by 38 into 11. Here last digit 1672 divided by last digit which is 8 here. Look at your options, all are integers. Verify last digit. ఎందుకు అవసరం లేదు కదా, డైరెక్ట్ చేసేయచ్చు కదా. ఎందుకు అవసరం? Come on. 11 how many times? 11 once, 5 times, 2 times. How many 40s? This is near about 40. How many 40s are there? Near about. Answer. Next 66. Some number divided by 44 into 12 which is equal to 972. This is 11 multiple, right? Is it 11 multiple? Then it has to be a multiple of 11. Then only you can cancel 44 here. Because right hand side we have integer. So our number should be a multiple of 11. Is it 11 multiple? 3654. Is it 11 multiple? Is it 11 multiple? Yes. This can be your answer. Is it 11 multiple? Yes. Now, ఇంకా తప్ప చేయాల్సింది. Twelve 8 times 12 8 96 and then you have 12 which is 1. X is equal to 81 into 44. Answer should end with 4 now. Answer should end with 4. How many options are there? Answer which is a multiple of 9 and which ends with 4. There is only one option. 35 64. $67. 84% of 450 and 52% of 360. You're asked about difference. 84% of 450. Can I treat this number as 45% of 840? A percent of B or B percent of A? We can treat this as 450% of 84 or 45% of 840 minus 52% of 360. 45%, 50% minus 5%. 50% is 420, 5% is 42 minus 50% of this number 180 minus 7.2. 1% is 3.6, 2% is 7.2. So out of 420 you need to subtract this number. We have a number which is ending with 0.2, so your answer should end with 0.8. From integer, all are ending with 8. 180 plus 42, 222 plus 7.2, 229.2. 420 minus 229.2. Right. Subtract first 220. Subtract 220. Then you can subtract 7 point. If you can subtract 220, you have 200 here. 200 minus 7.2, 192.8. 192.8. 9.2, correct. 190.8. Next, 11 how many times? 20 times, which is 5 4 times, and then 3 times 3, 6 times 6 4s 24. So this number divided by 24, right? Either answer should end with 3 or with 8. Yes or no? If your last digit is 3, 3 into 4, 12. Yes. 8 into 4, 32. Ends with 2. So answer can either end with 8 or with 3. There is only one option. 168. Next, 983.64 minus 432.34. 500, 900 minus 400, 500, 80, 30, 50, 3 minus 2, 1, 5, 51, 0.64 minus 0.34, 0.3, this is over. And then you need to add 105.7. 105.7. How much is this? 0.3, 0.7. 1, 6, 5, 657. Seventieth. Avasarama? Straightforward addition, right? Nothing is there. Next, 71 to 75. Number of appeared candidates from state D in 2001 is approximately what percent more than the number of appeared candidates from state A in 2005? Number of appeared candidates from state D in 2001. State D in 2001, 420. Approximately what percent more than number of candidates, appeared candidates from state A in 2005? State A 2005, 322. State D 2001 is 420. 420 is how much more than 322? 98. 98 more that of 322 percentage, right? So into 100. 10% of denominator 32.2. Don't go for exact value. Near about 30. How many 30s are there? 3. Yes or no? This is more than 30. This is more than 90. Yes or no? Is it approximate or not? Answer 30%. Next, 72. What is the respective ratio between total number of appeared candidates from state B in 2001, 2, 3 together and the total number of appeared candidates from state E in the same year together? Ratio between B in 2001, 2, 3. B in 2001, 2, 3 and E for the same years. 400, 200, 600, 400, 1000. Round figure. 60, 50, 110. 110 plus 20, 130. 144. 144. Yes. After 1000, we have 144. Divided by. Next. 400, 300, 200. 900. 70, 10, 80. 83, 87, 88, 988. Look at your options. They are very close to each other. Yes or no? Is it 9 multiple? Numerator. 9 multiple. Me bonda. 1144. Is it 9 multiple? So, look at your options. First option cannot be your answer, second option cannot be your answer, fourth option cannot be your answer. If it is not a multiple of 9, this is not a multiple of 3. Yes? Look at your first option, second option, fourth option. First numbers are all 3 multiples. How can you get a 3 multiple from a non-3 multiple? 3 multiple కానప్పుడు ఇది అక్కడ 3 multiple వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉందా? ఫ్యాక్టర్స్లో చచ్చినా రాకూడదు. Yes or no? Right. First option, second option, fourth option can never be your answers. Remaining either third option or fifth option. So out of those two, what is your numerator? 22. Yes? If it has to be a 22, divided by 2 or let me divide this number with 22. 22 5 times 110, 110 and then you have 2, 52. So this is cancellation with 52. Yes or no? If you divide this number with 52, will you get last digit as 7 or 9? Will you get last digit as 7 or 9? Why am I verifying only 7 and 9? Because in third option and fifth option, that is the only difference. Will you get 7 or 9 if you divide 988 with 52? Yes. Answer 19. Next. What is the average number of candidates who appeared from state A during all the given years together? State A, average. Right, come on, tappadinka. One thing is you can go for benchmark, but which is also not required. You can directly go for addition. 200, 200, 400, 300, 300, 300, 600, 900, 900 plus 400, 1300, 1300, 50, 50, 100, 30, 20, 150, 150, 20, 170, 8 and 2, 180, 190, 190 plus 5 plus 1 plus 4, 200. టోటల్ మొత్తం 190 అంతేనా? 1490 divided by 5. I will treat this number as 1500 minus 10 divided by 5 divided by 5. 300 minus 2, 298. What is the difference between total number of appeared candidates in 2002 from all the given states together and the total number of appeared candidates in 2004 from all the given states together? Difference between 2002 and then 2004. Let's go for individual difference. Subtract 2002 from 2004. 254 minus 328. Abba. Wait. 2002 and then 2004, right? Let's write numbers first. 328, 254, 298, 271, 314. And then 254, 335, 362, 321, 282. Look at your last digits. Are the last digits different? Options low. Let's verify. Last digit. 8 plus 4, 12, 20, 21, 25. This ends with 5. 9, 11, 12, 14. Okay? Either it can be 4 minus 5 or 5 minus 4. If it is 5 minus 4, answer should end with 1. Do you have any option which ends with 1? No. So it must be 4 minus 5. You cannot subtract 5 from 4. So it should be 14 minus 5. Answer should end with 9. How many options are there? Amma? Ekkada? 89 and then 79. Right. As you have two options, you are forced to do it. Otherwise, if there is only one option, it's enough. Perfect logic avuddi. Now, so దీనిలో నుంచి తీసేయాలని క్లియర్గా అర్థమైపోయింది. ఏం చేయాలి? తీసేయాలి. 300 300 300 300 200 200. Yes, I have 300. Wait, 200 200. No, ఇక్కడ తీసేస్తా. ఆగండి పోస్తా. 54 54 భలే వస్తున్నాయా మీకు? వెయిట్, టు మేక్ ఇట్ 300 I need 2. Yes, let me take 2 from here. It becomes 12 and it becomes 300. 300 300. ఉన్నా ఒకటే లేకపోయినా ఒకటి. వస్తున్నా. ఈ 12 దీనిలోంచి తీసేయమంటారా? 70 70. ఈ వన్ తీస్తే అన్యాయం అయిపోతారు. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద వే, రైట్? హౌ మచ్ ఈస్ దిస్? ఇంకా చాలే, ఇంక తీసేయటం ఆపేయండి. 29 90 110 118. ఇప్పుడన్నా చెప్పండి అబ్బా డిఫరెన్స్ ఎంత? 89. If the number of qualified candidates from state C in 2005 was 310, what percentage of appeared candidates could qualify in the exam in that year? C in 2005, how much we have? 465. Out of this, only 310 got qualified. And he asked about qualified percentage candidates. Yes or no? Right. So 310 out of 465 percentage, so into 100. Look at your option. 60, very close to 60. Very close to 60. Right. What is difference between numerator and denominator? 1. 155. 155, how many times is this? 155, 2 times me, did the mark. 155, how many times is 310? 2 times. If this is 2 times, denominator is 3 times. 2 by 3 in the sense, 66, 2 by 3%. Yes or no? Clear? Last are number series, not my part.